Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to say thank you for watching our presentation. Our presentation today is skimming. In our presenter have 5 members or 5 presenter. First presenter is Khairinisa Saiful. Second is Asifa Ferin. Third is Diana Putriali. Fourth is Dina Tulhusna Drial, and last, Melian Alyus.
Skimming is a very useful technique in reading at high speed to look for some important things or a main idea of a text. Skimming is a strategic selective reading method in which you focus on the main ideas of a text. When skimming, deliberately skip text that provide details, stories, data, or other elaboration. Instead of closely reading every word, focus on the introduction, chapter summarize, first and last sentence of paragraph, bold words, and text headers. Skimming is extracting the essence of the author's main message rather than the finer points.
You usually skim first articles in newspapers and magazines. 2. Parts of library books to see if they be useful to you. 3. Test and exam to see what there is to do and to plan your time. And last, the first few pages of the new pleasures reading books to find out if you want to read it.
How to read using this technique is as follows. 1. The title of the passage. First, because often the title is short summary of a passage. 2. Read the entire opening paragraph. The purpose of the opening paragraph is to introduce the reader to the topic of the reading. The main topic of the reading is usually located at the end of the opening paragraph. However, there is no harm in reading the entire paragraph to get a clear picture. 3. If there are subheadings, read them one by one and try to draw a connection between the subheadings. 4. Most paragraphs have the main idea at the beginning of the paragraph. For that, you just need to read the first or second sentence of each paragraph after the opening paragraph. Even so, keep in mind that not all paragraphs have a main idea at the beginning of the paragraph. Therefore, if you don't find the main idea of a paragraph at the beginning, there is nothing wrong with looking in the last sentence or in the middle. 4. Read the concluded paragraph shortly because basically the concluding paragraph has summarized the entire contents of the reading.
There are 7 tips of skimming. 1 is know what you want. Before you start skimming, ask yourself what you want to get from the book or article under your nose. Think of 2 or 3 terms that describe what you want to know. And next is read vertically as well as horizontally. When skimming, you move your eyes vertically as much as you move your eyes horizontally. In other words, you move your eyes down the page as much as you move them from side to side. And then think like the author. Every article, book, web page is written to make a point of some kinds. And if you can detect the author strategy for making his point, you can separate the important from the unimportant material in the course of your reading. And next is pre-read before you start skimming. It means examine an article before you read it. By pre-reading an article before you skim, you can pinpoint the part of the article. And the next is try to detect the main idea in the introductory paragraph. The introductory paragraph usually expresses the main idea, argument, or goal of an article or chapter. And then read the first sentence in each paragraph. The introductory sentence of each paragraph usually describe what follows in the part. When you skim, read the first sentence in each paragraph and then decide whether the rest of the paragraph deserves a read. If it doesn't, move on. And the last is then don't necessarily read complete sentence. When skimming, you don't even have to read complete sentence if the start of a sentence holds no promise of the sentence giving you the information you want. Skip to the next sentence. With the start of the sentence with an eye to whether they will useful information, and read them all the way through only if they appear to be useful at first glance. That's all for me.
Example of skimming. When we do skimming, we must know what word we want to search. As in the first example, we want to find out what are skim, scanning, and keywords. Then we just focus on finding those three words or similar words without reading the entire text. And here, we know the skim is to read something quickly so that you only note the important points. Scan is to look quickly and not very thoroughly through a text in order to identify relevant information. And keyword is a word of importance. And in the second example, here is the question. What were the names of Dega's father and mother? Now, how to find answer to this question? We can direct our eyes to the text and search for keywords related to the question, like father and mother, until we find the answer. And the answer is Dega's father was called August Degas, and Dega's mother was called Celestine. Thank you.
Thank you for watching our presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.